Okay, everybody, a lot has happened since the last 24 hours, but today we're going to be going through the market price action, and we're going to be seeing, what trades we've been involved in, what trades we've been able to capitalize on, and plan for the next few trades. Just first things first, just for my viewers out there at the moment, so I've got maybe about 40, 50 followers. I'm trying to get this number up. We've got a nice little giveaway here for anyone following the channel. Now, if you are following, you drop me a message and I will send this to you. This is my very own trade journal, and this is where I log all my profits. This is where I log every single trade. This is where I track my progress. This is where I jot down my notes as to how things are going, the mistakes I've made. Did I miss a confirmation? Did I not wait for market structure? Everything, to just incrementally, iteratively increase and get better as a trader. This is where I put it down. So I'm happy to share this with you guys. Sharing this to everyone who follows, who adds the Discord, who follows on YouTube. So feel free to follow those different channels. It's on the description, I believe. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So what has Bitcoin been doing? Been quite interesting, I would say. So as of yesterday, we mentioned that, we had a few ideas. Our trade ideas as of yesterday, we said we have a range. We have our range high, we have our range low. We've had our recent transition in market structure from bullish to bearish. And I did a decent video about market structure yesterday, actually. So if you want to understand that deeper, just scroll down through the channel and have a look at the video on structure. Now, we did say we had this 4-hour demand zone over here that we are likely to get a reaction from, and we seem to be getting a bounce from that zone. All right. And I told you guys I'm in a short. I was in a short from, I believe, around here. Still in that short. Stop loss at entry, and that's still running. And I was looking to enter a long at this zone. All right. Now I did enter that long, but that long was very short-lived. Excuse the pun. So we're going to be discussing that, and we're going to be talking about what other trades I entered today, because I entered 2 trades today, and we're going to have a look at both of them. All right, so let's get into it. So as of yesterday, this is where we were. So we broke out of that structure bearishly. Did we get a retest? We didn't get a retest. I guess if you consider this being the break, a fractal, we did get a retest here. But anyways, we're in that trade. We're looking to enter this long from this zone here. Now, what happened? Now we can see here that price decides to come into our level. The price is coming to our level in a very, very strange way. Strange but good strange, because we have clear structure here. So if we do get a break from this, we can clearly see exactly where that last lower high is to get that break in market structure. What do I mean by that? So if we're printing lower lows and lower highs, we have perhaps our last lower high to get that change in market structure. So if that's the last lower high, we're looking for a change up. That's the break. We look for the retracement, and then we get in. All right. But let's see what price does. So price does give us that entry, that second entry. We discussed this yesterday, just to recap. And then we set a high. The price goes on to set that high. Obviously, I've got this drawing here just so it's more efficient. So it's easier to get through the stream, because remember, I do try and get through this in less than 20 minutes, and it's a lot to talk about in that time. So that's why we've got these drawings. So I'm going to show you the logic behind them, and hopefully this, with my students, it does. Hopefully it gets you to understand what's actually happening as far as market structure. So here we can see we've got our bear 4-hour leg. That's what this red is, the bear 4-hour leg. All right, this is our swing structure, or your primary structure. Remember, you've got several levels of structure. You've got your swing, you've got your internal, you've got your fractal. In other words, you've got your primary, you've got your secondary, and you've got your tertiary. All right, so here we have our swing structure, and we seem to have just printed a high. All right, but we can't confirm whether this is a weak high or a strong high until we get a break right around here. So we're going to see what price does. The price comes around. Now, on a secondary level, on a secondary structure, this internal level, I'm going to put this in a different color just so you can see. I'm going to put it in blue. On an internal level, you can see we're printing that lower lows and lower highs. Remember, in order to get a transition in primary structure, you need a transition in secondary structure first. And that's what's happened. We got that break over here. So here we can see on the 4 hour, we're on that leg. As of now, we have officially broken 4 hour structure bearish again. This would have been a breaker structure, which means this high is officially a strong high. So we've broken structure here. So it means we can carry on. But what do we expect after a breaking structure? We expect a retracement into the old supply or the old demand. In this case, it would be supply. So what does price do? Price carries on, it creates another lower low, a lower high on the secondary level, and then it comes into this zone. Now you're probably thinking, well, TJ, you didn't have this zone there yesterday. What's going on? You just added this random zone. What is going on? Well, the reason I added that zone, it's actually because of someone who commented on my picture. See if I can find it. No, it wasn't there. Let me see if I can find it for you. I believe it was this one. So this was one of my posts yesterday. And was it him? Let's see. Yes, it was. He goes, this is Rude Soup. Shout out to Rude Soup. Big up Rude Soup. That's a nice name actually, Rude Soup. You have to explain that one in the comments. So anyways, he goes, where do you think the price is going to reverse? And I said, well, truth be told, it's a bit of a mystery. I'm not big on price predictions, but as a whole, I can see that we don't have much stopping price until we get to that low at 59,167. Now, we could see a bounce, maybe, all right? Or we could witness a shift at any point before we get to that level. It's definitely a possibility. And then I said, well, I've got my eyes glued to the chart, and I'm looking to at least ride this 4 hour bear trend until we see something otherwise. And then I had another look at the chart, and I saw something interesting. So I put Tenalai. There is a 1 minute zone between 59,844 and 60,877. This is literally the only obstacle in the way. And that's exactly the only reason why this grey box is now here. And we can quickly see where that zone is, so you have an idea. That 1 minute zone is the only thing here stopping this low at 59,153 or whatever, yeah? This is the only zone. And so when I realized that, I said, you know what, I might as well draw that. So I drew that out. And obviously, if you want help understanding how to draw out these zones, supply, demand, drop me a message and then we can talk. Then I can see if I can assist you. Now, I drew out the zone and look where we reacted from. I'm going to go back on the 12 minute. And let's see what happens. So price comes to our level and boom, it literally tags it tags the 1 minute zone. Now, if you don't know anything about supply and demand, how are you gonna predict or call that level? You're simply not. So that's why I think supply, demand, market structure, liquidity is the best way to trade, in my opinion. So here we have it, we're bang at that zone, all right? So let's see, in terms of our secondary structure, we're still printing lower lows and lower high. At the moment, this is our last lower high. Okay, so we tag this zone. Now, what are we expecting after we tag the zone? We're expecting a reaction, all right? A change in market structure, at the very least. Do we get a change in market structure? Well, on the 15 minute, no, we don't. It's just a straight move down. But if you go down to the 10 minute, if you definitely go down to the 5 minute, we can see a different structure. So what I've got here in black, I'm going to make this thicker just so you can see it. In black, what I've got here is the tertiary structure, all right? In other words, the fractal structure. So the fractal structure, analyzing what goes on in this secondary leg, is looking like this: lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low into our level, and then bang, it immediately breaks through and we get our change in structure on that level, on that fractal level. We can see that change in structure would have happened. I think we even got a cleaner look. Bear with me one sec. No, it's fine. All right, that change in structure would have happened right there. That's your breaking structure right there. And look how aggressive that move was. Bull bar, bull bar, bull bar. A little bit of trap traders. Bull bar, bull bar, bull bar. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bull bars in a row. 1 bear bar, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull bars in a row. you know, very, very, very bullish reaction. And then what happens? We break structure, and then price decides, I'm going to chill here for a bit, I'm going to accumulate here for a bit, or I'm going to form some sort of range. It does that momentarily, and then bang, it breaks structure again. Right? This is on the 5 minute. So if you were watching this, how would you enter this trade based on the way we trade over here? What would you say? Well, you would say you're looking for that retracement after the break. That retracement would have happened, or if we look at this break in the structure as a range, you can see that we go up and we tag back into the range right around there. So you would look to enter your trade there, you would look to enter along there, okay, and you would look to ride that up, okay. Now, I was looking at this and I was gutted. You know why? I was gutted because Market Cypher gave me a juicy bullish divergence. A very juicy bullish divergence, which we're going to see in a second. We've got, as price is coming down like this, we've got our momentum waves, you know, and our money flow going up. Bullish divergence. I would have entered in that bullish divergence, but I was in a lesson at the time. I was teaching the client, so I couldn't quite get into that one. But I did look at my phone and I said, I'm definitely getting in on that retracement. I do not care. I am getting in on that retracement. And that's exactly what I did. So I entered my trade right around this level for the retracement. But as soon as I got in on that retracement, I said, well, yes, we're having bullish signs at the moment. However, if we look on the 30-minute, we couldn't help but realize if price was to break this structure up here, we have another demand zone. So we have range demand that has created a single bar demand. All right. So I said, well, I'm definitely drawing that out and I'm going to see whether we're going to come back to that. And if we do come back to that level, I'm getting in on a long there as well. So that's what I did. So I got into that trade. And then what we did is that we watched price go up. Let's not do that. And as price went up, so I'm going to get rid of this fractal structure at the minute. We don't really need it anymore. As price goes up, what am I looking out for? Well, I'm looking to see where is my secondary structure going to break bullishly. Our last secondary lower high is around here. You know, we're going to put that in blue just for consistency. You know, so we're looking for that level to break. Now let's see what price does. Now price comes up to our level. All right, it tries the first time, says no, comes back. You know, kind of comes back, tries again. No, comes back, creates nice little liquidity curve here, builds up some liquidity. All right, and then it gives it a proper go. It goes one more time and it breaks up. However, you're thinking, right, this should break up now. I've caught a nice long trade and I can chill. But it does something really interesting. What does it do? Well, I also realized we have a zone here. I'm not sure exactly where that, oh, there it is. It's actually on the 30-minute. So I'm going to label that for you guys so you can see. So we've got a 30-minute zone here. All right, and on that 30-minute zone, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's move this over so it's clear. On that 30-minute zone over here, all right, we can see clearly that price decides to start some sort of distribution over here. Okay, now it distributed in a very familiar way. What did I tell you guys last time? I said, best way to enter a trade, let it run the first time, wait for that second entry, and then look to enter on that second entry. But the most beautiful, the most juicy trades are when the second entry sweeps the first level. And that's exactly what I started to see here. So at this point, I was with a client, I was looking at my phone, and I said, all right, cool. So we've got a first tap number one. That's the first entry, all right? It's at a zone where, you know, we've had some sort of supply over here. And we've had our second tap. Now, I've just overran here anyways. We've had our second tap. Now, did the first tap sweep the second tap? Yes, it did. Look, just slightly higher. If we look into that, the first tap is at around 64,434. Sorry, second tap is there. And then the first tap is about 64,387. So it sweeps it. But not only does it sweep it, it sweeps it with bearish divergence. We have price going up and we've got our momentum going down and money flow going down, which means there is money leaving the asset, all right? Now, what did I put? I put there as a W to suggest we've wicked it, and then I entered that short. And I enter that short position right around there. Okay, enter that short position right around there. However, I think I kind of got butterfingers here. What do they say in crypto investing and altcoins? Is it diamond hands or something? I definitely did not have diamond hands here. I didn't hold it. I did not hold it because I entered this short trade and I saw my distribution. I thought, right, here's going to come down. But as soon as I started to see this change in market structure here, especially I think it was on the 1 minute. Yeah, so on the 1 minute, I started to see this change in market structure here. So as we can see, we've got price going lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then it didn't actually break. But because I wasn't in front of the chart, and I was away, I was busy, I said, you know what, this is probably a break, okay? So I exited my trade right there. So I exited my trade. So it was only a 2.5 risk to reward, thereabouts. I exited it. And 10 minutes later, when I was in the car and I checked, and boom, price had dropped all the way down. If I had held that one, it would have been a nice juicy 5-6 risk to reward, which is a nice profitable day. Okay, but I was thinking, as soon as I entered that short, I thought to myself, we are we've had that bullish break of structure. Chances are we're going up. The market is saying we're going up. So this short is probably going to be short-lived. And where is the target of this short most likely? Well, it's at that zone. It's at that zone that we drew out earlier, that 30-minute zone. And what does price do? Let's have a look. I think we've got to play this one because this was a juicy one. I think we've got to play this one. So we're going to reel it back. We're going to put that on the 2 minute. Just going to enjoy this one. And we're going to, that's way too quick. Way too quick. Let's reel it back again. Reel it back. We're going to put that on the 3 bars would be. Bearing in mind, I've got about 4 minutes left for this video. So price comes down, it drops. We're looking to see where it's going to drop to. It comes down and bang. Literally comes to the level, wicks the level, the most tiniest wick, and then it travels up. Okay? It travels up. Now, as soon as I saw that wick, I said, right, cool. Now, this is that retracement. This is that second opportunity I was looking for. And this is when I said I was going to look to add into my trade. So price played around for a bit, and then price, it shot up. So what I did is I entered a limit order at that actual level. Okay, so I entered at that level because I realized, hey, listen, it looks like we're not getting to that low that we talked about, that 59, I think it was 184 level. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. We can just check it. We've got 2 minutes, no point. We're in a bullish environment. We're in terms of our range. If we look at our range, we are in discount. This is our big range. We've got premium over here. We've got discount. We're looking to long in discount. Why not? Why not enter that trade? And that's exactly what we did. We entered that trade, and we can see that in Discord. So this is our Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. I'm trying to get as many people here as possible so we can benefit from these signals. Feel free to join the Discord, create an account, and you can join it on the top of the trading view, whatever it is there, you can find it. We've got a profit wall over here. So this was the short I'm still holding. This was a tiny short trade from a distribution that we had that we just talked about. And this is the long that we had earlier. Okay, so I'm currently in this long, and we're gonna wait and see what happens with that one. All right, so there we have it. That's where we are at the moment. Now we've got 1 minute to see where we're headed. Now, where do I think we're headed? Well, this is our last 4-hour lower high, so we're looking to see, are we going to break through this level? So we can get rid of the bar replay now. Are we going to break through this 4-hour level? We're watching this level. In the case we break above this level, we have another 4-hour zone as an obstacle, so I'm looking for a short there. Okay, now if we pierce through that level, look to enter on a retracement. Will price go up and then come down and rise up again? Look to enter on that retracement leg. All right, and let's see what price does. Don't forget, we are so close to the range low. It's looking unlikely, but price could still rotate down. Anything is possible. but make sure you're watching these levels. So our next zone to watch out for is this zone. If you've missed out on this long, it looks like there's another 1 hour zone over here, which you can look to re-enter. But that's it. There we have it. I'm going to put a nice picture for everyone to see the trades and how we're going to play it next. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.